Physics class 12 made so simple and easy. Get full marks, I definitely guarantee. Epsilon naught and mu naught. Huge, difficult to pronounce terms, but definitely in physics, the context of physics, they are very simple and are lovely to understand. So, a very good evening to all of you. In this class, we would learn a simple and a very important topic for your CBSE exams, JEE exam, and NEET exam, the relation between epsilon naught and mu naught. Before going to the relation between them, let us just try to understand what these quantities are. Now, when I talk about epsilon naught, I have learned epsilon naught in chapter 1 of class 12 physics, which is electric charges and fields. So if you just recall the Coulomb's law, it states that the electric force is equal to 1 upon electrostatic force, is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. I have a detailed video on Coulomb's law on my channel. You can watch it. Okay. So epsilon naught, basically I have used here in this part 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and this epsilon naught is called the permittivity of a medium. In simple words, permittivity is your quantity that affects the electrostatic force in a medium. That is epsilon naught. Another thing we have learned from this chapter, the value of epsilon naught. Okay, the value of value of this, just a second. Yeah, the value of this quantity 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 to the power 9. 9 into 10 to the power 9 is the value of this quantity 4 pi epsilon naught, okay, which we denote by K. Is that fine? Now in the chapter of moving charges and magnetism, you have learnt a law called the Boyd-Savarт law. Okay, this is a very interesting law. And in Boyd-Savarт law, I will soon be coming up with a video on Boyd-Savarт law in detail as well. So I'll link it in the playlist at description box for magnetism, so you can just go through it. The Boyd-Savarт law states that the magnetic field at an area is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi. Mu naught upon 4 pi. I'll just rewrite it again. Just a second. Okay. It is equal to mu naught upon 4 pi into IDL R upon R cube, or IDL R square. IDL multiplied by the sine theta as well. So we'll have to write sine theta here upon R square. Okay. IDL is the current element, theta is the angle, R square is the radii, and mu naught upon 4 pi is the proportionality constant. Okay. Where this mu naught refers to your permeability of the medium, not permittivity, it is called permeability. Okay, so this word is very important, permeability. I'll write it, permeability. And as I am using mu naught, naught means the standard permeability, which is the permeability in vacuum, and mu is the normal permeability. Again, permeability also, like permittivity, is a quantity which is affecting the magnetic field of a medium. Okay. One more thing before concluding this law is that the value of mu naught upon 4 pi also we know this is a constant, and the standard value of this we know is 10 power minus 7 Tesla meter upon ampere. Tm upon a Tesla meter upon ampere. I'll give you a detailed video on discussion of this unit of mu naught and the Boyd-Savarт law. Okay, so you don't have to worry for that. Okay, so this is what I know from the Boyd-Savart law. Alright, now comes our topic which we want to take up, the relation between epsilon naught and mu naught. So let's understand. If I write this epsilon naught into mu naught, actually this is your relation. I have to find the value of this. This will give me a very interesting relation. Now epsilon naught and mu naught with as it is don't have any value, but if you have seen from here that if I divide mu naught by 4 pi and if I multiply epsilon naught by 4 pi, because it's with here, I get some value which I have written here. So let me do one thing here in this relation. Multiply and divide by a constant 4 pi. Okay. Now this is very much allowed in mathematics. Whenever we multiply something, we have to divide the same thing. That is a fundamental principle of mathematics. So it's satisfying it. So I multiply the 4 pi and I write it with epsilon naught, and I divide the mu naught by 4 pi. This is very well legal. Now this gives me a value 4 pi epsilon naught, as I just discussed from Coulomb's law, has the value 9 into 10 power 9. Okay. And if you talk about mu naught upon 4 pi, you get the value of what? Yeah, 10 power minus 7. 10 power minus 7. Is that fine? But there is one mistake that I have done here. So I just want that all of you, while watching this video, were attentive to this mistake, that 4 pi epsilon naught doesn't have a value. It is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, which is 9 into 10 power 9. So actually how I will actually write it is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, hence will become 1 upon 9 into 10 power 9. I would be very happy if you had noticed this, that 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught gets the value of 9 into 10 power 9. So 4 pi epsilon naught will get the reciprocal value 1 upon 9 into 10 power 9. Okay. Now when 10 power 7 I multiply on this denominator side into 10 power 9, I would get the value of how much? 16, 7 and 9. The 7 and 9, this will be 10 power 1 upon 10 to the power minus of minus 7, which will be minus 1 upon 10 ki power 7. So hence this will become 1 upon 9 into 10 power 9 into 1 upon 10 to the power minus of minus 7, which I can straight away write as plus 7. So this turns out to be 1 upon 10 to the power plus 7. This 7 and 9 bases are same, so powers are added in multiplication, is your law of exponents. So this becomes 1 upon 9 into 10 to the power 16. Now one thing you already should know from your knowledge of squares and square roots, that 9 is 3 square, whereas 16 is 4 square. Okay, or that we should know. Now if I just write this expression as 1 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 whole square, can I do that? Just tell me that. Yes, we can. Why not? 9 can be written as 3 square, that's fine. And 10 to the power 16 can be written as 10 power 8 whole square, because when the base is like this and power is in multiply, these two will get multiplied and this will add up to get 16. Multiply up to get 16. So I can write this easily as like this. Is that fine? By the law of exponents. And we should always know that what is 3 into 10 power 8? 3 into 10 power 8 is the speed of light in vacuum. I am talking about vacuum here only. So I can write this in the end as, I'll change the color, 1 upon c whole square. What is c? Speed of light in vacuum. 3 into 10 power 8. This is the value of c. And what am I finding? This is mu naught into epsilon naught is 1 upon c whole square. That's what I can get. So if I need to find the value of c from this expression, please do take a screenshot here. Your c square is equal to 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught, because mu naught epsilon naught is 1 upon c square. So if I take the reciprocal on both sides, c square is 1 upon mu naught epsilon naught, and hence c will be your 1 upon under root mu naught into epsilon naught is the value. 1 upon under root mu naught epsilon naught is the value of c, which actually relates my permittivity, permeability and speed of light in vacuum. Important thing, this is always in vacuum. Okay, is the important concept here. Is it fine? Now many times in JEE level papers we get a question, so just see this question, that we have to evaluate the dimensions. You can see your question on the screen. I will show dimension of under root mu naught epsilon naught. Now what people generally tend to do is they find out mu naught value, they find out epsilon naught formula, relate the Coulomb's law to Boyd-Sabat law and make it absolutely a hectic process. But we already know from this formula that mu naught into epsilon naught, is equal to how much? Under root this is equal to c. 1 upon c, this is equal to 1 upon c. And what is C? Speed. C has the units of meter per second. And the dimensions of C will be how much? Meter is length, second is T. LT minus will be the dimensions. This is your class 11 dimensional analysis. So mu naught epsilon naught under root is the reciprocal of C. So what will be the dimensions? The reciprocal of this will be dimension. So LT minus becomes your L inverse T is your dimension. That's simple as that. L inverse T, L minus T is the dimension. Simply because it is the inverse of this. And that is why knowing this formula is so important. And people waste so much of time on this question and they actually lose out the marks also, because in the end they just try to guess it up, or they don't, and they are not able to reach the conclusion. Okay, so L minus T is the dimension. Is it as simple as that? Okay, so that was about my this video, which was relating your epsilon naught to mu naught, and hence we conclude at this formula that mu naught, which is permeability, into epsilon naught permittivity under root is equal to speed of light in vacuum. That was my concept with which we close the class. In case if you have any doubt, want me to come up with any question, you would definitely write it in the comment section. The comment section completely belongs to you. And if you found this video useful, please do give a big thumbs up, and do not forget at all to like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, your liking, sharing and subscribing would actually help me a lot and encourage me to come up with new videos soon. So stay tuned for more videos and stay safe as well. Thank you.